Yeah, bro. I just got some VMSs for my EcoBoost, bro. I got some Nitto NT555s. Got the G2s though, because I don't really spin because it's stock. I don't even have a blow off valve on it yet. But the VMSs are gonna go hard. I got a 15 on the back now, so should look good at my local car meet to do absolutely nothing with.
One, two, three!
What's going on, everybody? My name is Seth. You're watching 252 Squad, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving my opinions. Don't take this to heart, people, but I'm going to be giving my opinions on should you get a drag pack for your Mustang. All right, so as you can probably clearly see, my Mustang is on a drag pack. My Mustang is a 5.0 car, and it is also full bolt-on and tuned. Now, I'm not going to say that I necessarily need a drag pack. Like, I won't lie to you. I probably could just run a good set of street tires in like a 305 and hook up perfectly fine. But today's video, I'm going to be getting into, should you get a drag pack for your Mustang? So like I said in the beginning, this is my opinion. This isn't 100% factual. This isn't 100% the truth. I know a lot of people nowadays get drag packs simply because it is an aesthetic thing. People like the way they look. I like the way they look. I think they look great. My Ford Stars look good on the back, especially with the Mickey Thompsons. Makes it look a lot more aggressive. But I'm also saying that I don't necessarily need all this. A lot of people who have drag packs on their Mustangs don't really need it. If you got a set of 15s and a set of ET Street Rs on the back of a bone stock Gen 2 car with a 6R80, you probably just could have got a good set of street tires. And I want to be clear, in this video, I am not throwing hate on EcoBoost owners, V6 Mustang owners. I'm not throwing hate on stock 5.0 owners. I'm not throwing hate on GT500 owners, GT350 owners. I'm not throwing any hate on anybody. I will 100% admit that I probably do not need them. But I will say that if your car is naturally aspirated and you know how to drive with a good suspension setup on it, most of the time you're not going to need a drag pack on your car. Your car will hook up perfectly fine from a roll if you're doing just roll racing with a set of 305s or even probably 275s, 285s, 295s right on up, as long as you have a good tire. My tires that were on this car before I got the drag pack on it, and my daily setup is a set of 295 3520s and a Lexani that costs $160 on Amazon, and I cannot hook with them. I spin in third gear, but like I said, if I put a good set of, say, Michelin Pilot Sports or some kind of good tire like an R888 or something like that, not even saying that those are the best, but saying a good tire on the back, more than likely it would hook up perfectly fine from a 20 roll, a 40 roll, a 60 roll. From a dig, it's a little iffy. These cars can still be very spin happy, even from a dig with a good set of tires on the back. If you're doing a lot of digs, I would definitely recommend getting a set of drag packs in the rear, welds, Forge Stars, billet specialties, pretty much anything. A good set of tires in the rear will help a lot for digs. If you're doing a lot of digs, if the car is strictly a dig car, you probably could be looking at getting a drag pack if you are in A still. Now, if you're going boost, any type of boost on a 5.0 car, you pretty much can go ahead and say get a drag pack. And then at that point, when you get a drag pack, I would definitely recommend a 15, or if you're running a 17, run a big tire on a 17. Because if you are boosted, you are going to spin. Pretty much any factory size tire on the back is going to spin. From personal preference and people that I know who are making 700, 650 wheel horsepower, 305s on the back are spinning. So a drag pack on that is very acceptable. All right, so next I'm moving on to a different topic of what kind of drag pack you should get. Now, if you are like me, where you are full bolt-on and you spend a little bit on street tire and you do some digs, you'd like to do roll racing, if you're going to get something like that, you should get a setup like this. A good set of 17s on the back, a good tire on the back like these Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's. My setup is a 17x10 Ford Star F14 with a set of Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's and a 305/45 17. And I can tell you, once they're warm, they hook up in first gear perfectly fine. My other tires, like I said earlier, will spin in third. These hook up perfectly fine, pretty much in first gear, second gear, any roll you want to do. I did spin it on a non-prep surface pretty badly. It chirped second, spun the whole way through first. But I feel like that was mainly simply my suspension. All I have is springs in the back. So a good set of suspension, and I shouldn't be doing that, especially not on a prep track. I'll probably break things before I spin. Now, for you EcoBoost V6 owners, I am not hating. I do understand that there are a lot of y'all who are very fast and they would absolutely gap my car. No hate to y'all whatsoever. But I do understand that a lot of y'all who are running a drag pack, it is 100% cosmetic. And I will say, if you're doing it for cosmetic reasons, please get a good looking set. I hate seeing bone stock looking Mustangs on a set of race stars that just look like they're from 1987 on the back of an S550. Please stop. I understand they're cheap and they're the easiest way to get a drag pack, but if you're doing it on a car that makes sub 300 wheel horsepower, it just doesn't look good. I'm sorry. That is my opinion. Please don't get butt hurt. Leave it in the comments if you are, though. Alrighty, so back to boosted cars. If you are boosted and you are wanting to get a drag pack, like I said, I would highly recommend a 15 or a really good tire on a 17, because these things do spin. They are lively. I will say, though, if you are doing roll racing, if you're not above like 1,000 horsepower, if you're like the 700 mark, it doesn't have to be as aggressive as a lot of people will tell you have to. Like I said, a suspension setup plays really, really big into these Mustangs being able to hook, especially straight axle cars. Good set of shocks and springs on the back will do wonders for your car. If you are a S550 guy, please clean up the diff bushings, all the soft bushings in these cars. As a technician who works on them and has seen them, they do tend to wear out at the 65, 70,000 mile mark, start to get a little loose, and they can cause issues that cannot be fixed by a tire, that need to be fixed by an actual suspension setup. Now, in the process of talking about this, if you are using your car for a lot of daily driving use and you're using your car for very, very, very minimal straight line use, there's no point for you to buy a drag pack. If your car is really, really fast and really, really set up to go around corners and you occasionally want to go out there, if you have tons of money, go for it. But I can tell you, I got a really good deal for Modify My Mustang on my drag pack, and I have used it one time at a track and a few times on the street. And so far, the purchase for me has been complete and paid off for itself. But if you do not plan on using it a lot, it is an expensive purchase to make. Now, moving on to front runners. My car is not on front runners, partially because I cannot find a set of matte black Ford Star F14s in a front runner. I don't think they're currently on Ford Star's website, and pretty much every vendor I have not been able to find. Necessarily, also, my car doesn't need them. My car, like I said, with mine, I've gone to the track once and the rest has been highway rolls. If I'm doing highway rolls, I honestly do not care about the weight reduction in the front and the rolling rotation, whatever everybody says about it. My car is not fast enough to care about that. My car is still slow, and the only thing I am beating is a Mopar. Mopar's catching strays. Anyways, please don't bully me with Hellcats. If you are running front runners on your car, it is understandable to have a set of VMSs on the front of your car with a set of welds in the back. It may not look the greatest, but if you are doing a lot of digs and a lot of 1/8 mile or 1/4 mile tracks with a full bolt-on Mustang and you are on a set of VMSs in the front, no hate to that. I've honestly thought about it, but I just don't think it's going to look right enough for me. I like my car to look good and match all the way around. Final point I want to make on this video about if you should get a set of drag packs. One, you've heard me talk about it already. Your car's got to make power to really necessarily need them. Two, if it's a cosmetic thing and you really like the looks of them, go for it. But my third and final thing is they are expensive if you do it right, and doing it right can be a little bit more than just putting wheels and tires on a car. You have to size them correctly. If you're running a 15 or something like that, most cars are going to take types of relocations. S197s, you have to relocate the sway bar or put an aftermarket sway bar on it that changes the inside circumference, because my 17s don't allow me to even run wheel weights on the inside edge. And then lastly, you have to be dialed in. Suspension matters. If you're on coilovers, if your ride height's too low, if you are on springs and you don't have good shocks on the back, they rub, trust me, I know. And then lastly, man, the thing is with the drag pack is, if you're on a drag pack, you got to have a tire. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing guys rolling around. I saw a dude at pits rolling around, and if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I saw a dude rolling around on a drag pack, on 15s on a drag pack, with a set of all-season tires on the back. My brother, why did you get a drag pack in a 15 if you're running an all-season? There is no point for that. I know it's cosmetics, probably, but your welds do not need a set of 15-inch all-seasons on the back. Please get a set of tires. But anyways, that's pretty much going to be all for today's video. I know it's me rambling on, giving my opinion, but I know from Camaro buddies and Dodge buddies and BMW buddies, they are tired of seeing a lot of Mustangs on drag packs that don't necessarily need them. And I am 100%, you can throw me in that category, and I'm probably sounding very hypocritical right now. But I'm just giving my opinion on if you should need a drag pack and how you should get a drag pack and where you should get a drag pack from, which is my next point. If you need a drag pack, hit up my guys at Modify My Mustang. I will put the link down in the description and right here. They have a bunch of options to choose from, and if you don't see one that you want, you can DM them right here on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure they can get you set up with one. They can probably order from all different vendors and sources. So hit them up if you want a drag pack. They also sell tires. They have Mickey Thompson. That's who I got my setup from, and they are really great people. And that's pretty much all for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you want to see more Mustang content and you want to hear me ramble on and bully EcoBoost owners. I'm super sorry about that. I realized I caught y'all with a lot of strays. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace out, and I'll see y'all next time.